Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with NK Maribor. It is the end of Season 5 and we are once again champions of Slovenia, and we lost one game all season. Literally the final game of the first half of the season before the mid-season break. We got battered by Olympia. We missed a penalty as well in the 84th minute. We just did not perform at all. Olympia destroyed us. Also, in the 3 games between the final PSG game and the mid-season break, we won the other 2. This one against Celje was a 4-0 victory. Marge getting himself his first ever hat-trick. Sinisa Haramustek also scoring a goal for us as well. Before we go into the next batch of fixtures, I'm going to have to take you through some of the transfers because there was quite an important one that came in. There was also quite an important one that went out as well. Peruvian defender Enzo Leon left. He went to Leeds in the Championship. He's played 16 games for them. I don't think he's very good at football, so I think we did a good job in selling him. We also sold this guy, a Nigerian Ifeanyi Okoye, has gone to Heartland. He was never going to cut the mustard, so he got shipped off. Coming in, however, there were 4 new signings, all permanent deals, starting with this one. South African attacking midfielder / central midfielder, Themba Ramaubi, maybe. He came in from Orlando Pirates for £400,000. He's got a lot of potential ability. His current ability is already 3-star. He's a good little footballer, but didn't actually play any games for us in this season, and might not play any next season either. For £650,000, we have signed Croatian defensive midfielder Deni Kulic. He is a born midfielder. I can't remember whether I'm training him up to be a centre-back or a born midfielder. He's getting trained up to be a centre-back because, I knew there was a reason why I did that. He's 6 foot. He's actually very good mentally. That's a thing that we are massively lacking in defence, is players who actually, think. Another central defender to join from Greek side Panionios is Panagiotis Felekis. That is actually a lot easier to say than I thought it was going to be. He signed for £1 million, which is quite a lot of money. I probably overspent on him. He's only played 1 game for us so far. He probably won't play too much, but he is from the EU, so he might get a lot more games than perhaps he should do. And finally, introducing another Peruvian. He's 20 years old. He has signed from Bolognese. His name is Manuel Chompetas, although I'm not sure whether that's how it's pronounced. I might just rename him to be Chump. He has joined on a free transfer. He's got 6 caps and 5 goals for Peru already, despite the fact he's only 20 years old. For us, he scored 9 goals in 12 games, 9 assists as well. For Bolognese, 42 goals in 63 appearances. This man is absolute filth. Right, now we've been through the transfers, let's go through some of the matches that have happened, and the reason why I needed to make sure that you're aware of Manuel Chompetas, because on his debut, he's scored a hat-trick along with Cifuentes getting a goal, and Sinisa Haramustek also scoring in a 5-2 victory against Kursko. Literally in the next match against Olympia, we win this one 4-1, making amends for our 3-0 victory, and Parfait Guillagon gets himself a hat-trick this time. 2 more matches later, Sinisa Haramustek gets himself a hat-trick, actually scoring 4 goals against Radomelje, and then a hat-trick against Celje just a week later. As you can see from the matches that have taken place, we obviously went through the second part of the season undefeated, drawing just 3 games, a 0-0 draw with Alumni, a 2-2 draw with NAFTA, and another 2-2 draw with Gorisha straight after. But we scored a lot of goals. There are a lot of 5-1s, 5-0s, 5-2s. There's a lot of 4s in there as well. We didn't really defend very well, as we conceded almost every single match bar 3. We've also managed to get to the Slovenian Cup final as expected. Ankaran were our opponents in the semi-final, a 5-0 victory in the first leg, 2-1 victory in the second leg. All of those results then have meant, obviously, we are champions of Slovenia and we have won it comfortably. Just 3 points. If we did not lose that game to Olympia, we would have had 100 points in a season. We would have gone undefeated as well. Positive goal difference of 82, 31 wins, just the 4 draws as well. Scoring 115 goals, conceding just 33, which means we actually let in less than a goal a game. Still quite a lot. Still quite a lot of goals to concede, considering we only lost 1 game. But fine, we just played the outscore the opposition time. And if you look there, I think we play each team 4 times. We put 23 goals past Radomelje in 4 games. That is absolutely insane. Some of the stats for the league then. Top goal scorer is Senisa Haramustek. We'll have a look at him later after we've played our Slovenian Cup final game against Celje. Haramustek also highest average rating with Marge. Peter Kovac is also there. Matic, Pila and Haramustek top of the charts for top assist as well. Haramustek top of Player of the Match awards with 12 clean sheets. Pico is down there in third place with 8. The Olympia goalkeeper keeping 13. Most yellow cards. Peter Kovac. Nothing to be proud of, Peter. Also, second place top scorer of the season with 20 goals is Peter Chinedu, a player who we actually had and then sold to Dinamo, and he's come back on loan to Radomelja and scored a lot of goals. I'm glad we got rid of him because he's not great. Before we get to the Celje game, the Champions League final has been played. PSG are the champions of Europe, a team that we could have beaten and probably should have beaten. It even mentions in there their 5-3 victory over Maribor. So, we were actually important enough to be mentioned on the list there. And you can see on the right-hand side, top assists in the entire tournament. Matic Pilo with 8. Top average rating, Senisa Haramustek with an 8.35. If we go top goal scorers as well, it says Pulisic is there. Although, I think you'll find Haramustek scored 19. But most of them were in the qualifying rounds. I think you only got like 3 in the main competition. It does mean that we have broken some records for the Champions League. Haramustek's 8.35 average rating from 11 appearances is better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Croatia and Maribor's own Senisa Haramustek better than Cristiano Ronaldo. You heard it here first. Haramustek's 19 goals as well in one season is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored only 17 in 2013. His 17 would have been just probably in the main tournament. Haramustek got 19 and probably half of them were against junk sides. And probably the thing that I'm most proud of, and I had nothing really to do with it, goal of the tournament goes to Pavel Garage. That goal against PSG, wonder goal it was from the youngster. Let's see it again. So if you remember, I think we were 3-0 down at the time against PSG. I brought on the youngster Pavel Garage to play. Haramustek gets the ball on the left, plays it all the way across the garage, takes a few touches, keeper comes out to try and meet him, but he doesn't get the chance because Garage dinks it over the goalkeeper. It was a great finish, unfortunately, didn't really mean anything. Apparently, this match against Celje is a derby of some kind. I don't really know what type of derby it is, doesn't really matter. We've beaten them 16 times, they've beaten us twice, we've drawn twice. It's now time to introduce you to some of the new players who are probably going to be playing a lot of football next season. So I was going to introduce you to some of the players who are going to be playing a bit of first team football next season, but for some stupid reason, the Slovenian Cup final takes place when half of our team are on international duty, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, the starting lineup we're going to go for, in goal is Tefu Kakana, who I think is a South African goalkeeper. He's 2.5 star, so he's getting better. He's never actually played a game for us in I was going to say competitive football. That's a lie. He's played 2 Champions League qualifiers. He's never played a game for us actually in a Slovenian competition. The back 3 will be Felekis, Vitek and Batfoy. So, Felekis you've already seen. Batfoy, I'm sure you know about Robert Batfoy. This is Robert Batfoy, just in case you don't know. Still a very good footballer, still only 20 years old, and is from the EU, which is always good. Jaroslav Vitek is a Czech ball-winning midfielder who is being trained up to be a central defender. I like the look of him, but he never gets enough football. He's only played 2 games and 6 off the bench for us this season, 13 in all competitions in the last 2 years. But Jaroslav might be playing a lot more football next year. The 2 fullbacks are going to be Mario Marin and Duccio Fapadou, who I'm sure you know all about at the moment. Clayton Augusto and Cosmin Vida are the 2 central midfielders. Marge will be just behind Senisa Haramustek with his 60 goals this season, and Pavel Kuatek is going to come in for a rare start. Now, Kuatek wouldn't be the normal player there. That would normally be Chumpataz or Matic Pila. Now, Matic Pila is still here. He has had a lot of interest in him. What a surprise, PSG are after him. Haramustek has had a lot of interest in him. I think Batfoy's had interest. There's a lot of players have had a lot of interest, and I've just rejected every single bid. So next season, I'm going to either have some really angry and stroppy and upset, but very good footballers, or no footballers at all. I feel like I was talking then and just went off on a complete tangent. What I was trying to say is Chumpataz is on international duty. Why he's not playing Parfait Guig on international duty. Our goalkeeper isn't on international duty, but he has broken his finger, I believe. So, there's quite a lot of rotation going on here. Doesn't seem like there's any players there that we recognise, although this is something I've noticed, and I don't know whether it actually happens in the game without me playing in Slovenia, but they seem to be loaning lots of people from Rangers. And I don't know whether Celje actually have a deal with Rangers to sign their players. So Doherty, Duffy, you've got this man here as well, Stewart, he's also from Rangers. I don't know whether that's the thing that happens in the game normally. It is happening in my game. Judging by some of our previous performances against Celje and our previous performances against Slovenian teams, we're probably going to win this one about 4-1. 7 minutes on the clock and Celje have the ball and they're going to go 1-0 up. They are 1-0 up. Rudy Pozeg Vankas with the goal. That's their goal. We now need to get our 4. Marin with a throw on for us. Is this the first of our 4? Kuatek takes a touch, crosses it in, and Radan, the goalkeeper, claims it out of the air. So, maybe that was not our goal. Radan, what are you going to do with it, buddy? Just going to keep running. Just finally kicks it upfield over the halfway line, heads forward by Marin. Kozmin Vaida forward to Kuatek, who is 18 years old now. Kuatek crosses it in, doesn't find anyone. Fapaju heads back. Clayton Augusto, the Brazilian, there was lots of interest in him. What a ball that was. Kuatek cannot get a foot on it, and Radan gets the ball again, kicks it over the halfway line. Headed forward, it's not headed forward, but Felekis does get the ball. The young Greek centre-back, Jaroslav Vitek, plays it all the way across. What a ball that was to Duccio Fapaju. Can he get round his man? He can just about get round his man. It's all the way through. Sanisa Haramustek should be scoring those and adding to his tally of 60 goals this season. Marin with a throw on, 21 minutes in. Marge gets the ball, crosses in. Felekis is there, and it is over the bar. We should have scored 2 goals now. Free kick for Celje towards the 6-yard box. It's cleared only as far as Lotric has a go, hits it just over the bar. I don't think we're going to win this one, you know. Duccio Fapaju with his yellow card takes a throw on. Rubbish throw as always, but he's hopefully going to get the ball back. Fapaju into Jaroslav Vitek to Marge. Marge needs to find someone, finds Kuatek. Terrible goalkeeping. It's 1-1. Pavel Kuatek with his goal sprints over to the Maribor fans to celebrate. We are back in this game. 3 more goals and my prediction will be right. Just before half-time, Felekis has the ball on the right-hand side forward to Mario Marin, the Bulgarian. Kuatek back to Marge. Marge keeps running. He needs some options and finds Duccio. Fapaju crosses in. Keeper is easily going to claim that one. Fapaju keeps doing those crosses at the moment. I don't know why. Radan in goal for Celje. Walks around in his area, kicks it over the halfway line. He likes to do that, you know. Felekis head forward, finds not one of our players, but one of the Celje players. Clayton Augusto doesn't get the ball. Vinegar, it's not his name, has a go from outside the area. Good effort. It's gone wide, and it is going to be 1-1 at half-time. Maybe it isn't. Kekana with a goal kick. Felekis, forward to Marin. Marin's going to try and run it round his man. Doesn't bother in the end. Forward to Kuatek. Flicked head on. Stojanovic gets it clear. Duffy, the Scotsman in the part of the defence for Celje. Doherty, who is another Scotsman in part of the midfield. Pozeg Vankas, the goal scorer. Does he go for goal? He's gone for goal. And Kekana just about manages to claim that one. That wasn't the highlight either, was it? Kekana throws out to Robert Batfoy. Batfoy controls it. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Duccio Fapaju gets it. Inside to Kozmin Vaida, the Romanian. Marge, one of our very few Slovenian players who still play for us. Marin to Kuatek. Kuatek back to Marin. Weird pass. Haramustek is there. He's not going to get it. Plays it to Duccio Fapaju. It's to Marge, and Marge has put it in the back of the net. I don't think Marge scored that one, but we are going to go in at half-time 2-1 to the good now. One player on our team is playing really badly, and I kind of feel a bit bad because it's old Felekis down here. It's kind of his debut. So do I sub him? Yeah, we're subbing him. Tilen Klemenic is going to come on. Klemenic, he is a great little player. Like, if you're ever playing Football Manager and you're like, I don't know whether he's going to be the same in the new one, but if you're ever playing FM18 and you go, you know what, I need a decent little right back who's an EU national, he's a great player. For £400,000, maybe 135 possibly, you can pick this boy up. And he is a performer. He always seems to do the job. He's played 100 games for us now. Celje haven't done any substitutions at half-time, so it was just Klemenic coming on for us. Great tackle that was. And now, are we going to counter? We're not going to counter on the first highlight. Fapaju with a throw-on. We are just 2 minutes into the second half. Crossed in. Mario Marin to Vaida. Kozmin Vaida with a goal. It is 3-1. One more goal. And the prediction has come true. We are at the hour mark, and I'm thinking it's probably time to do some substitutions. Right, what have we got? We've got Jovic. Jovic scores goals. He's going to come on for Haramustek. I'm thinking that's possibly it. Who's Kovac? Is Kovac any good? He's the one who I'm annoyed he's 20. He needs to go out on loan somewhere, but no one wants to loan him. He's really good. He's just not good enough to get in our team. We're just going to do Haramustek for Jovic at the moment. I will probably do the final substitution fairly shortly. Marin throws it forward to Jovic. In the middle to Cosmin Vida. To Marge. Marge takes a turn. Tries to find Duccio Fapadou, but can't do it. Vitek. Forward to Clayton Augusto in the centre circle. Back to Vitek. Plays it all the way out wide. Marin now. Where are you going to go? Is he going to get round his man? Kicks into him instead. Clayton Augusto says, have another go. Marin cuts inside this time. Cosmin Vida. Marge across to Marin again. 5 in the box. Duffy heads clear. Fapadou heads back. Vida. Marin again. Marin's getting a lot of the ball. Crosses in. Fapadou's at the back. Goes for goal. He's a left back. He can't header. Radan makes an easy save. 15 minutes left to play. Alex Pieler is going to come on for Clayton Augusto. That is all we're going to do. I mean, normally I would have probably brought on Matic Pieler, but I don't need to score any more goals. Kekana with a free kick. Weird free kick for the goalkeeper to be taken. Duccio Fapadou forward, tries to find Kuatek, heads on Jovic in the area. Jovic has put it into the back of the net. Luka Jovic, his first ever goal for the first team, his 912th goal of the season. We are 4-1 up. I am a Mystic Meg. Nobody's going to get that reference, are they? Anyway, Bressel with a throw on. Kvek. Back to Bressel. Pozeg Vankas. Kvek. These are not how you pronounce any of these names. It's intercepted. Kuatek. Is he going to play it forward to Jovic? Is Jovic number 73 going to get his second goal of the game? Has to cross it in. Kuatek is there. Redan plucks it out of the air. There is 6 minutes to play. There is 2 minutes to play. Kuatek gets the ball from Fapadou's throw. Alex Pieler has a go from the outside. Yeah, that'll do. Hits it wide. Pisek, long distance effort from the, I assume, midfielder of Celje. We've got 50 seconds left to play. Batfoy with the ball on the left-hand side. Where are you going to go? Forward divider. Cosmin Vida all the way across. Tries to find Marin, but doesn't do it. Batfoy gets the ball back. Kuatek in the Celje half, tries to go forward but can't go forward, and it looks like it is going to end 4-1 to NK Maribor, a scoreline I predicted no more than about 15 minutes ago. And there we are celebrating again, and once again, half the players are behind the sponsor board thing. I don't know why they're behind the podium. I don't understand, and their hair isn't. Their hair's in front of it, but their bodies are behind it. Doesn't make any sense. We are 5-time winners of the Slovenian Cup, 5-time winners of the Slovenian League. I think it's fair to say the first 5 years in Maribor have been quite productive. Right, now that match is over, I'm going to go through some of the stats this season. I'm not going to go into too much detail, just kind of going to highlight the usual things like top scorers, top assisters, top average ratings, and maybe a couple of players who you might not have seen for a long time. Let's start at the top then, shall we? Undoubtedly our best player in absolute years, Sinisa Haramustek, 20 years old now, 2 caps for Croatia as well, made his debut against Italy by the looks of it late last year. He 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. In the Champions League, 19 goals. In the Slovenian League, 39 goals. Slovenian Cup, 2 goals as well. 60 goals in all competitions for Sinisa Haramustek. Also, 23 assists in all competitions. He scored 18 penalties, 19 Man of the Match awards. He was an absolute star for us, and he's not going anywhere because I made him sign a new contract in January. So Sinisa Haramustek is staying here for good. Next up is a player who I'm a little bit disappointed with, even though he scored 22 goals in all competitions with 19 assists. Matic Pieler, as an 18-year-old, with those kind of stats, should be scoring more goals. He was wanted in January by quite a few clubs. I think that might have tried to turn his head. He only really played 20 games, started 7 off the bench, played a lot of Champions League football, didn't really get anywhere near Haramustek's level. Even though he still scored 7 goals and got 8 assists, Haramustek still outshone him. He's still a very good footballer, but I might be selling him on because of this Chumpataz guy. Our third place top scorer comes from a somewhat unsuspecting player. It is Marge, the shadow striker, or the attacking midfielder, attacking playmaker, sorry, is what they refer to him as. Marge, the Slovenian, 12 goals in the league, 4 in the Champions League, 3 in the Slovenian Cup as well. He is a very good footballer and a very good replacement for Parfait Guegon, who he doesn't get as much football as he should be getting because he counts as one of the foreign players, and obviously we're only allowed to play 3 of them. Speaking of Parfait Guegon, he managed to score 9 goals in all competitions, but there you can see only playing 17 games and 3 off the bench. 10 assists as well, though. Still had a very good year. He is wanted, and this could be the transfer window where he eventually leaves. Wolves and Schalke are the 2 teams that are after him, so Parfait Guegon could be out of the door. The final player we'll take a look at then is Manuel Chumpetaz. Obviously, we showed him earlier. 9 goals in the league, 2 in the cup. 3 goals as well for Peru apparently this season, and 1 in non-competitive action. 14 games, 11 goals, 9 assists. Next season, this man will score lots and lots of goals for us. You can see on there as well, Luka Zahovic scoring 8 goals for us, Leo Bonatini scoring 8, 5 of them all in one game, Cosmin Vida getting 5 goals with 11 assists, Andres Cifuentes with 5 as well, Pila getting 5, Batfoy getting 4, Marin, Kuhatek, Peter Kovac, Konstantinos Konstantinou scoring some goals, Tilen Klemenic getting some goals, Luka Jovic with that one solitary goal there in the match that we've just seen. Lots and lots of goals, lots of goal scorers. I mean, all the way down to here, I think if you actually look at regular first team players, Clayton Augusto is the only one to be playing regular first team football to not really score a goal for us. And Eduardo Pico, but he is a goalkeeper. In terms of top assisters, we've already seen 2 of them. It's Haramustek and Matic Pila. Third place goes to Mario Marin, the Bulgarian right-back. He is wanted by a lot of clubs. There are lots and lots of interest for him in January. Wolves, West Brom, Mainz, Bremen, Cagliari, Hertha and Shandong all want him, but he gets 14 assists in 48 games. A decent season for the youngster from Bulgaria. Peter Kovac, his counterpart on the left-hand side, the Slovakian, he was also wanted by lots of people during January, and we kept rejecting every single offer for him. He's got 12 assists in 31 games. He had a little bit of an injury-hit season this year, which was a bit annoying. Also, Duccio Fapadu, I wanted to try and get him some more games, so Fapadu obviously got a lot of football as well. Speaking of Duccio Fapadu, with his 14 starts in the league and a load of starts as well in the Slovenian Cup, he picked up 11 assists in 19 starts and 6 off the bench. Decent season for the 19-year-old. Next year, he might be playing a lot more football, because if Peter Kovac actually gets some decent bids in for him, he might be off out the door, and Fapadu might be the one filling his boots. Cosmin Vida is another player as well who gets 11 assists. Decent footballer Vida is, I like him. He's only 19 years old. He's a natural Mazzala. He's not as good as Alex Pila as a Mazzala, but give him time and he'll get there. A couple of honourable mentions on the list of assisters. Guegon and Chumpetaz are also up there with 10 and 9 each. Tilen Klemenic getting 5. Alex Pila also getting 5. Luka Zahovic getting 4 as well. Zahovic is really annoyed, by the way. Luka Zahovic has played 189 games for us now. This season, he started 1 in the league and 4 in the Champions League. He has kind of been pushed out by all the decent children that we've signed. And finally, the top average assists goes to Sinisa Haramustek. Let's ignore Timothej Kovac at the top, as he's only played 1 and a bit games and got a 9.1, which is actually pretty respectable. 7.88 for Sinisa Haramustek over 50 games. That is absolutely insane. 7.84 for Manuel Chumpetaz in just the half season that he was here. 7.69 for Guegon. Matic Pila also with a 7.46. If you go all the way down, it's not until you hit here, which is Winston Reid, till you get a player with an average rating of under a 7.0. So there's a lot of footballers who had a very good season for us. Let's talk about some of the youth players, shall we? Luka Jovic, the player who scored in the Slovenian Cup final, he scored 50 goals in 17 starts and 6 off the bench in all competitions. That's a silly amount of goals. Yes, it's the Slovenian First Youth League, but that's a stupid amount of goals. He wasn't the top scorer. This guy also wasn't the top scorer, but he's also scored a stupid amount of goals. 22 goals in 28 games goes for Aleš Kuzmic, but he's also not the top scorer, but he played as a shadow striker for the majority of the season. This is the man who scored the most goals. He scored 51 goals in 27 starts, 46 goals in 20 starts in the first youth league. His name is Nej Petrovic. He's not very good, but when you score that many goals, he scored, if you include his non-competitive, 69 goals in non-competitive action, 48 assists. That's just insane. I've never seen anyone play anywhere near as good as that. And yes, I'm fully aware the youth league is not going to be very good football, but that is just insane. If you look at this, if you look at his form, he scores goals literally every week. Not only does he score goals, he sets people up as well. Like that match there, he gets a 10, 3 goals and 3 assists. That match there, he gets a 10, 5 goals and 3 assists. This man's an animal. Right, we're going to go forward a number of days until we get the end of season awards and all that jazz, and then we will be ready for season 6. That is assuming I'm going to do a season 6. I'm not 100% certain yet, because basically I'm starting to lose my voice, and Football Manager 2019 will come out at some point next week, and I don't know whether we're going to have enough time. That did not take long. I should really expect this. The next day, basically, it has come through the 2nd of June, so the best 11. Who is new? Senisa Haramustek has joined the list. Matic Pila, I'm assuming, is going to be on the bench somewhere. Nope, Matic Pila is in midfield, apparently, alongside his non-brother, Alex Pila. Marge has also joined as the shadow striker, Marion Marin as the right wing-back. Robert Batfoy has joined onto the bench, maybe, question mark? He must be onto the bench. Yes, he is on the bench between Luka Zahovic and Marcos Tavares. I think Senisa Haramustek probably deserves to be in that team. End of season awards then. Haramustek, Player of the Year, not a surprise. Kovac and Matic Pila, not too far behind. They're very far behind, with 10% and 9%. Goal of the season goes to Pavel Garage. That also, obviously, earlier in the episode, got goal of the Champions League as well, so we're not going to see that again. Eduardo Pico is the signing of the season. Young Player of the Year, Senisa Haramustek. And here are the stats of Senisa Haramustek. 60 goals, 7.88 average rating, 23 assists, 19 Man of the Match awards, and 1 red card as well. He's also on that with Alex Pila. Marin, 14 yellow cards. Eduardo Pico with the best pass completion. It always seems to be our goalkeeper getting that. Another day has passed, and the board have decided that they're going to upgrade the training facilities, and it's going to take 6 months. Great, because there's only 12 months left of this save, and half of it's going to be spent with no training grounds by the looks of it. Haramustek's 60 goals for Maribor was a new Maribor record, a whopping 22 more ahead of Leo Bonatini from the 2019 season. And also he sets the Man of the Match award 8 more than Luka Zahovic from the 2020 season. The commercial summary then, we've actually dropped down in quite a lot of things, but I'm assuming that's because we didn't do as well as we did for the last couple of seasons. So sponsorship has gone up by £200,000, which is quite good. Total merchandise stuff, so Alex Pila and Matic Pila are the 2 top selling shirts. Luka Zahovic weirdly is still up there in 3rd, Haramustek in 4th, and Leo Bonatini in 5th. Some more awards and records have taken place. Haramustek, obviously, top goal scorer, 39 goals in the league is a new record. He's also set another record for the most man of matches, 12, beating Agim Ibrahimi. Screw you, Agim Ibrahimi. We're going to dominate all the records in Slovenia. He's also won the top goal scorer, Peter Tnedu, as I mentioned, in 2nd place, Leon Marinic in 3rd place. He has also picked up the award for Best Rookie, so the Slovenian First League Young Player of the Season award goes to Senisa Haramustek as well. Maribor players named in Team of the Season. There's going to be a lot. Pico, Kovac, Constantinu, Cifuentes, Marin, Vida, Pila and Haramustek. No Matic Pila. I would have thought he'd be in there, but then again, the Team of the Season only ever seems to play with 1 striker, and we don't have wingers, so we're never going to claim those 2 spots. Haramustek also wins Slovenian First League Player of the Season. 2nd place goes to Marge. Poplatnik is in 3rd once again. He's never going to win this award, is he? Hold up. What's this? Belotti is Europe's top marksman. However, Senisa Haramustek is the 2nd best striker in Europe. In actual Europe. What? What is this nonsense? When you look at this list of things, basically this is obviously the top goal scorer, isn't it? The Golden Shoe, which I don't know whether that's what it's called in real life. So it's Belotti, Suarez and Griezmann in the first season, Cavani, Neymar and Kevin Volland, Griezmann, Icardi, Lacazette, Pellegrini, Harry Kane, Pelosi, Belotti, Senisa Haramustek of Maribor, and Paulo Dybala. That's how many goals this man scored. If that was this season, he would have won the damn thing. The final pieces of news then that I want to share with you before ending this episode. The European competition ranking. I know obviously it's not going to make a huge amount of difference now, but we have moved up to 20th place in the league rankings, which is ridiculous considering I think we start about 34th. So we've gone up by about 15 places. This one means that we are now the 42nd best team in Europe. We're almost on the first page. You scroll down a little bit. So we are better than Besiktas. Yes, we are. We are better than Celtic. We are better than Olympiacos. We are almost better than Basel, PSV, Lazio, Spartak Moscow and Brighton. The powerhouse of Brighton, apparently, all the way up there in 37th. What did they do? We have also risen in the nation coefficients by 5 more places up to 16th. It means that we now get one team. Obviously, this isn't going to make much difference at all because next season's the final year. But the year after that, one team will go in at the 3rd qualifying round level, which means they are just 2 wins away from a Europa League place. Obviously, now as well, the next season after the one that we're going to play, we're going to the 2nd qualifying round, so we miss playing against probably an Albanian side. Look how close we are. We are 1 place away from getting 2 teams qualifying for the Champions League. That is ridiculous. That is so close. What I really want is to get to here. If we were up to 12th, it means whoever finishes 2nd goes straight into the Europa League group stages, so they get 6 opportunities at actually picking up coefficient points, as opposed to at the moment where they normally get knocked out in the first round. That is going to do it then for this episode and this season of Football Manager 2018 with NK Maribor. This might be the last episode. There might be another one where we start Season 6. Depends how I feel tomorrow, basically. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you maybe tomorrow or next time in whatever I do next, which might just be Football Manager 2019 and my beta save.